Barnes now with a cross and a good cross and a goal by Aldridge. Well, the new strike force has struck for Liverpool with 9 minutes gone.
I was the spearhead, the lone striker, then they had the three lads behind me. Now Ray was on the right hand side. I played for him with Republic of Ireland and Oxford. He was a great player. Ray was a terrific player. Peter Beasley, he was so skillful. And John Barnes was just the best player I've ever played with. So it was like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, really. It's just, I wasn't a dribbler. I just used to run the line, get the ball, give it to one of them and get in the box. And more often than not, a cross would come in and try to get on the end of it. I knew I was scoring 20 league goals plus with Oxford in the top flight. I knew with Liverpool and the players around me, then I'd get more opportunities, which was the case, and I did. So I was always confident in my own ability to score goals, without a doubt, yeah. We were so good, that team. We should have done 2 doubles. Unfortunately, the penalty miss didn't allow us to perhaps crack on and get it that year. And the following year, the Arsenal game was ridiculous. Last kick of the season, you know, done us at Anfield, which is, after all the heartbreak and what we've gone through, Hillsborough, it was a nightmare. The most important goals I've ever scored in my career was the replay of Hillsborough. We won 3-1 at Old Trafford. That's the game we had to win, more so than the final. And I scored 2 that day. That meant an awful lot to me.
What were your emotions in your last game?
Yeah, I was gutted. I never wanted to leave Liverpool. You know, I won the Golden Boot the first year and I scored 31 goals the following year. Now, I thought that was enough to keep me at the club. But Kenny's seen it a different way. Don't know if she'd come back or whatever. And I knew it was my last game. After the game, it was really emotional for me. Because Liverpool's always been my club since I was a kid. I lived and breathed Liverpool Football Club. Still do, you know. So yeah, it was real disappointment that way. But the lovely part was the Cop didn't want me to go. They showed their emotions that night as well. I'm a local lad. I'm one of them. Been in the Cop, the boys' pen. I made good, you know. I lived the dream what they all dreamt of doing, and they could associate with that. But then managing for the 5 years and playing managing, it was tough, but I enjoyed it. You know, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Taking them to Wembley in the cup final, that was magnificent. Absolute, one of the best things in my life, walking out at Wembley with my team behind me. That was emotional. Thinking about my dad wasn't there, that was really emotional. In the cup games, we used to batter all the top teams. All the top teams. Everton, we beat 3-0 at Goodison Park. But when it come back to the league, we couldn't get our back up to that. That really done me head in. Really, really hard. Sleepless nights, couldn't sleep. Your head's going all the time. You know, having to pay get £2 million in every year for the club to survive, selling your best young players, getting players on frees, elder players. Couldn't juggle it. And in the end, I walked out. I walked out for my own good, because I made myself ill. You know, I was really, because it meant, if I want to do something, I'll do it properly. And I didn't have the tools to do it properly. I actually lent the club a lot of money, on my own money, to keep the administrators away for a couple of months while we sold a couple of players, John McGreal and Kenny Hines. People don't know that. So it was tough, but again, it was a great insight to life. You know, something what I always wanted to have a go at management, and would it be good for John Aldridge? Would John Aldridge be good for the management? Well, for 5 years I think it was, but that was enough to not lose my sanity. I'm very fortunate because, you know, I've got plenty of work, loads of stuff I enjoy doing, radio, TV with Liverpool Football Club, which is fantastic to still be a part and work for Liverpool Football Club.
Well, I'm honoured I've got John Aldridge alongside me watching this game.
I'm overly passionate. I've always been like with my football in particular. So when Liverpool score, I do get carried away sometimes. And like I'm a fan, like I'm a 14, 15, when I used to be on the Cop, you know, like a lunatic at times, but it's in me. I'm doing the horn in the arm, and it's counselling me as well, isn't it?
Can you think of any memorable times when you've lost it?
Istanbul. We're Istanbul. I proper lost it. Which, there was 40,000 Liverpool fans there, we all lost it. And if you can't celebrate in that manner after that comeback, well, there must be something wrong with you.
Scored the winner 2 years ago. He's up against Duday. Will he hand Liverpool the European Cup?
Yeah!